Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing alright, hope everyone's chilling, enjoying their morning. You know what? We're gonna attempt an eat and run once again. I know, you don't like seeing them. They're usually always bad. I don't know what I do, but there is there's something in me that makes every single eat and run a trash run. And I mean that wholeheartedly. If you have seen this series, if you have been keeping up with the series as a real one, then you know every single eat and run is garbage. None of them are good. They are all bad runs. Let's try bombing here. Get the mom's eye, and then also, damn, that's hidden behind a. How do I even get to there? Whatever. You know, we make do. We make do, or whatever they say. Anyways, hope everyone's enjoying their nice and lovely morning. You know, I'm doing all right myself. Just trying to enjoy the weekend coming up. This is coming out on a Saturday, but I'm recording this Friday night. So, you know, we got D&D tonight. I hope it's gonna be good. It's funny enough, actually, we are nearing the end of our D&D sessions. So all I gotta say is I just hope it comes out well. I just hope everything comes out well. I don't make any mistakes. RNG doesn't screw me over entirely, because that's just what seems to happen. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what about me has this allure to just have the worst luck known to man. You feel me? I don't know what I did to like garner this, but I just have the worst luck a human can have. My apologies. I felt like this little clump of mucus. You know, I'm being gross, but it's just true. Like, I don't know what it is, bro, but it's just I have the worst luck when it comes to stuff like that, and it bites me in the ass. We obviously have to pick up Humbling Bundle. Like, it's just Humbling Bundle is too goated of an item to just forget. I know there's a Spirit Heart there, and like people are probably thinking like, oh my god, Tony, Spirit Heart, that's so goated. But Humbling Bundle's also just so peak. It's gonna pay out. What, you watch. Just you watch. Humbling Bundle's gonna pay out with the most money possible. If I bombed my donation machine, I'm not going to, because it's a mistake. But if I bombed my donation machine, we'd get like 30 cents from it, bro. Oh, and we're gonna take this eat and run to Sheol. I forgot to mention. We're gonna take this eat and run to Sheol. You know, we gotta try our damnedest to get this character done / like actually unlock the negative. You feel me? We got stuff to see. Look at that. I already paid 2 bombs. I already got 2 bombs out of it. It's just so good. It's such a good item. But you know, just hoping to enjoy my weekend. I don't really know what I'm planning to do. Well, I kind of know what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna go out Saturday, hang out with my friend, and then Sunday, I believe I'm also gonna go just get some food with my brother. And after that, though, like, I'm gonna be real, I got nothing. I got like no actual plans, like, you know, like I kind of want to just maybe stay home, play some games, something like that. I don't know. I'm just a little lazy, you know? Sometimes you just want to be a little lazy, sometimes you just want to play games at home, but even then I don't really know what I'd play. I did actually finish modding Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 to get A Tale of Two Wastelands, which is essentially using Fallout New Vegas. You can play Fallout 3 and New Vegas at the same, not at the same time, but like once you go far enough in the capital Wasteland, there's like a thing you can do to like take a trip to the Mojave, and then you can, you know, start there. It's real interesting stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's super, like, fucking awesome how someone managed to mod and like do that to where you just straight up have Fallout 3 and New Vegas together because they both run on like the same engine, you know, deal. So that's pretty cool. I'm hoping to make the most of that, just as time goes on, you know. What's funny is that I kind of considered doing something along those lines of like say like a classic old YouTube like playthrough, you know. You guys ever used to watch playthroughs on YouTube? Let's go double deals. Let's see what we got here. Alright, a whole bunch of trash off rip. 9 lives is pretty good, I'll take that. You know what's good too? It's 9 lives without the cost of my hearts. So, yeah, I'm down to 1 heart and I have 9 lives, but I didn't have to pay my heart, so I could still take angel deals. So, you know, it could be good. Things could pay out. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this run turned out. But, you know, it's kind of... I had the thought process of like maybe, oh, let's kind of run this series like a classic YouTube playthrough. You know, I used to watch this one guy named Vash. I saw him do a Resident Evil 4 playthrough. Then I saw him do a Fallout playthrough. You know what's so funny? It may be because I was a kid and I didn't really know how the game, like, you know, the game's supposed to work. So what I did is I got my mom to buy me Fallout 3 on the Xbox 360, and then I proceeded to have my phone on the side. This is like fucking, it's ancient history, so it's like, you know, one of them old phones and shit. I had my phone on the side and I would watch him do his Fallout 3 playthrough, and I would just move like wherever he went. I would do his quests, do all this stuff how he did it, because that was just me, you know? That's just what I did. I literally followed bro's random playthrough to the T, man. Like, I was over here getting the same like side quests, doing them at the same exact time. If bro walked over here to grab something, I walked over there to grab something. I had no sort of like understanding, I guess, kind of like how to play an RPG, especially considering it was my like first ever RPG. Woo! Polyphemus, glad to see you again. Remember that fake stat I gave? 10% of Tony's Polyphemus runs end in victory, so hopefully this can be one of those 10. We'll inflate those stats a little more. Anyways, just kind of crazy. I did kind of learn though with Skyrim, you know. I don't know what it is, but like I've decided to maybe go back. I don't know what changed, but a part of me was kind of like, I should go back and play all those old like, you know, all those old RPGs, just because they're really good, and I liked them a lot, especially Fallout 3. I know it might be crazy to some people. I feel like I've made this statement before, but I like Fallout 3 over New Vegas, personally. You know? It was the first game I played. It was the first, not game I played, it was the first Fallout game I played, so that's the one that I like more, in my opinion. I think it's reasonable to me. It seems reasonable, you know? Oh, it's the first game in the series that you played. Usually that's the one that you liked the most. However, there are some exceptions. My first Dark Souls game was Dark Souls 1. My favorite Dark Souls game, you guys gonna think I'm a fucking insane person for this one. My favorite Dark Souls game is Dark Souls 2. Scholar of the First Sin, to be exact. You know, I don't know what it is about Scholar of the First Sin, I just like it way more, bro. I think it's a good game. I honestly, I know people be hating on games all the time, you know. Like, every game series has that one, like, odd game out that everyone just... Immaculate Conception, picking up 15 hearts, spawns a permanent angelic familiar, caps at 5 familiars, if all familiars have been granted, spawns a soul heart instead. Interesting. But, you know, other, you know, every game series has that one, like, just kind of not offshoot, but like, every game series has that one game that the community's kind of like, I don't know how to feel about it, you know? I think, no, I don't know how to feel about, like, you know, the community is super torn on it. I know for a fact, for Halo, I think the one everyone is torn on as like, is it truly a good game or not, is you know, real funny. You might think I'm making a joke here, but I'm being so dead ass. For the Halo community, it kind of feels like that's every game. That's every goddamn Halo game to them, truth be told. Not to, you know, say shit or anything, but that's kind of just what it really feels like as a Halo fan. It feels like, I was gonna say Halo 4, but no, because people have come around on Halo 4, but then you got some people that like hate Halo 5 but kind of have the same opinion, like, oh, Halo 5 wasn't that bad. And you might be able to say the same for Infinite, but I think if I had to put one for sure, I think it was Halo 4. Some Halo fans out there thought it was good, some Halo fans out there thought it was like, this shit is trash. I was of the opinion when I first played it, campaign was alright, multiplayer was kind of trash. How do I stand on it now? I still kind of agree. I think the multiplayer sucks. I don't like it that much. I will say, the one thing I like about the Halo multiplayer is the, what's it called? What's the word I'm thinking of here? The Forge? That is one thing that 343, Bungie, both of them managed to get super well, and just, I gotta applaud them for that. And that was, they made damn good Forge. Especially people like, you know, 343. Granted, I will say 343 obviously did it better just because they handled the series now, you know, or Halo Studios. They did it better because they handle the series now. Obviously, Bungie in general, for even making something like that, so peak. To even make, you know, a Forge mode, a sandbox where people can create maps and their own game modes and stuff. But because you just iterate, each iteration you just make it more and more customizable. That's what makes the stuff cooler. So obviously 343 has the better Forge because they started to, like, you know, make the next iterations of it. But, you know, shout out Bungie for making that. But, you know, I gotta say, for that, for Halo fans, I think it's easily, you can easily just say that it is, it's goddamn Halo 4. I think most fans will agree with you on that, at least, like, definitely at the time it came out, and honestly, probably still now. Halo 4 is kind of like the odd one out, or maybe even Halo 5 for some people. People hate Halo 5 too. But Halo 5 is the opposite. Halo 5, people thought the story was really bad, but the multiplayer is fantastic. And I gotta say, I agree. Halo 5's multiplayer is damn good. I bought an Xbox One and Halo 5 for the sole purpose of playing the multiplayer because it was that good. You feel me? Or actually, nah. You know what? No, because I know for a fact, I think that game has some good leggings. That game has a good legs to stand on that I think over time people might see it differently, but I think it's definitely going to be like the Dark Souls 2 of the Halo games. I say Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is, in my opinion, has had, I think sadly it might be past its time now, but it had the fundamentals to be quite possibly the best multiplayer Halo game out. And honestly, I low-key still think it is. The only downside is just that most people don't play it anymore. Most people don't give it the time of day, which sucks because it needs players to play it to thrive. But it's still damn good. That's how I see it. It needs players to thrive, but it like stands on its legs as being a freaking good Halo game. I could say that with the utmost confidence in my heart. What other game series has like their own black sheep, I guess you might say? Dark Souls 2, I think we can all say that. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. I'll maybe speak on the games that are, I think, maybe a little glazed, a little too hard perhaps, or maybe rightfully glazed, dare I say. You know, anyways, What other game series do I love out there? I will say, for COD Zombies fans, I think I definitely know which one. I would say Black Ops 4, but as I was this kind of person myself, and I think a whole bunch of the community was too, I gotta say it, I think Cold War. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, in terms of its zombies, game mode, definitely, in my opinion, has the that sort of potential of like, it's the game's Dark Souls 2. Someone knocking my door? Am I tripping? Whatever. We ball, you know, hopefully there was no knock. But I think it's Cold War. And like I said, I used to be the Cold War hater. When it came out, I thought the game was... when I came out, I was like, this game is fun. I could see myself playing it. And then they never added like any more content. At least not right, like super duper right away. So in my mind, I was kind of like, oh, I'll move on. And then I ended up never coming back to it until too late. When I came back to Cold War, it had already had like all its DLCs, and I remember playing them again, and I was like, yeah, it's solid, it's alright, but it's no Black Ops 3, it's no Black Ops 4 in my opinion. This game kinda sucks. And then I tossed it aside. I made the mistake of tossing it aside and never thinking of it again. And then I want to say it was like, how long ago? Sometime last year, I don't know what changed, but I decided, you know what, I kind of want to play Cold War. I kind of want to play Cold War again. Me and my friend had a good, that's a super tinted rock, watch. Oh, he's so good and he knows. Bada boom, look at that. You know, a part of me was kind of like, I want to give it a try again. I want to give it a try, I want to play it, because I think this is a good game. So I gave it a shot, and I'm gonna be real with you, I was right, bro. I was right. It was a good game. I don't know what happened. I don't know what in the COD community had this turmoil. Why did people hate Cold War? I think maybe because it had no like story. The Easter eggs aren't complicated. The game kind of was way easier to every other Call of Duty Zombies game. But in terms of gameplay, you know, not everything's about like the story or what's it called? Not everything's about the story or like how easy it is. Sometimes the gameplay is all you need. I think Cold War maybe lacks a little bit in the story department and the Easter egg department, but its gameplay more than enough makes up for it. I could genuinely play Cold War for hours just having fun. I don't know what it is. The way I used to play World at War for hours having fun, that's what Cold War did. Cold War brought me back to that moment. I don't know how it did it, but it just does it. And I gotta say, it's peak. It's peak. I think genuinely, crazy statement. Most people might hear me say this statement and think boy done lost his mind. He's not a real COD fan because he's saying this obviously BS ass statement. But like, bro, Cold War, if we're talking as a pure game, Cold War is like, how many Zombies games are there? If I were to rank them all, I gotta say, I think it goes Black Ops 3, obviously in number 1. I want to say Black Ops 2 number 2, but I think we go Black Ops 1 number 2. Black Ops 3, then Black Ops 1. The only reason I'm saying not Black Ops 2 is because even though Black Ops 2 has 2 of the best Zombies maps ever made, it's also included with 2 of probably the worst Zombies maps ever made. That's Transit and Die Rise. People, don't get me started on the Tomb. Don't get me started on the Tomb. I think the Tomb is good, but there are people out there that are saying genuinely the Tomb is a worse map than Die Rise. They were like, we had it so good with Die Rise. Brother, you've obviously never played Die Rise. You obviously weren't there when that map came out, bro. That map was just overall a shit show. But whatever. I think if we're going top 3 zombies off of gameplay and like all that, I think for me, it goes Black Ops 3 number 1, Black Ops 1 number 2, Black Ops number 3. Black Ops 2 number 3. Cold War 4. Black Ops 4 5. Then World at War 6. And I only say World at War 6 just because it was the first one. It didn't get it all right, you know? Look, I know I made the video like deep diving on Noct, but I gotta say, as someone who played Noct, like I have recent experience with Noct. I know what I'm talking about here. It's an okay map, but it's no peak. It's definitely not the best of what zombies got. It has its atmosphere. Trust me. World at War has its atmosphere, and it has it in spades. But atmosphere alone is not enough to carry, because there are a whole bunch of BS things in Black Ops, in World at War that I just can't excuse. The lunging knife, trying to lunge with your knife at an enemy, it's impossible. You get stuck on like the ground or something and you end up getting hit like for no reason. You can easily get double swiped in that game, you know? Trust me when I say this. Like, I know what I'm talking about, you know? I don't say this blindly just to like farm, like, you know, farm karma or whatever the Reddit people say. You know, I'm not saying this just for the sake of like getting the take out there. I mean what I say here. World at War is insanely good in its being the original game and its atmosphere of maps. For what it was trying to do with just make creepy zombies maps where you survive on, it nailed that. But the other games are just too good to compare with. They're just too goated to even compare. I'm being so honest. If you put Cold War or Black Ops 4 at like your bottom of the barrel tiers zombies maps, you're delusional. I think you're genuinely delusional, bro. That was the worst time to pop it. The strength card, it was a good time to pop it, but the pause button, that was horrible. I definitely should have waited for the stomp to like actually hit before I did it. But whatever, we ball. But yeah, I mean that 100%. I mean that 100%. You'll trust me. I will get more into like my own COD Zombies takes in the other series. And you know what? Speaking of which, if any fan of the zombie series happens to just watch any of my Isaac videos, you just so happen to stumble across this one, I do have to address this just because it is kind of crazy. The recent Noct video has gotten an insane amount of support. Honestly, more than I could have ever imagined. I don't know what happened. Like, I'm being so real here. I was talking to my friend, like 2 nights ago about how I'm low-key glad that, oh shit, I'm so stupid. I'm low-key glad that my Noct video wasn't popping off that much, like especially compared to like my Isaac content, just because in my opinion I was like, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it was my best work, you know? I feel like either if I was just nervous while recording or something, but it wasn't my best work. It was kind of mid in my opinion. But it seems as though many people have viewed it and don't think that to be the case. I've gotten a decent chunk of support on the video in like the comment section, and overall it just got way more views than I had initially thought it would ever get. Like, it's so funny, it was sitting at like 8 views when I was speaking to my friend, and I was like, honestly, I'm glad it didn't pop off, because I just don't think this is the standard of quality I should be putting out for this kind of content. And then next thing you know, the next day it ended up, like, I don't know if someone like shouted out the video or something or what. If you did, all I have to say is thank you. You know, I have no idea how it popped off so hard, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the support, peeps. You know, trust. I mean it. I know I talk about how I don't really care about the analytics, but for a video like that, you know, it means a lot. It truly does. But you know, back to the regular old zombies takes. I think this goes for a lot of things. Like, I understand that a lot of people have to put respect on the classics. Oh, and you know what? Speaking of, I now realize how I was talking about. Pause is so good, but White Pony is genuinely a peak item because of the damage it deals. It just does so much damage. You can't ignore it. But okay, I will say, thank you for the support on the videos. But I understand. Usually for something like that, you have to, you know, give respect to your elders, you know, as they say. I have to recognize the classics. I know that World at War is a classic game. Trust me. Do you know who you're talking to? It's me, Tony. I understand the concept of World at War being a classic game. I was there. You know, it's funny is I recently saw a post on the COD Zombies subreddit. It was talking about like people that say that like, oh, they've been playing zombies since World at War, and then it was like a kid. It was like a kid saying that, and like that was the joke, is like, oh, you know, all the people saying, oh, I've been a fan since World at War, you know, like they're just kids or whatever, or like. But the thing is, the op didn't explain the post, so I don't know if he's saying they're just kids in that, like, oh, they're little babies, they're not actually fans since World at War, or, like, you were a kid when you played World at War, so, like, your opinion means less, you know? Anyways, regardless, I got beamed. I got beamed, brother. Oh my god. It's genuinely over. And Eden Run is once again gonna be left to failure. How does he do it? How is he so good at sucking? Oh my god, have mercy on my soul, please. Anyways, regardless, like, I have been there since World at War. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to something like this. I'm not saying this lightly. Like, I know. Like, look, I know how people like say, like, respect your elders, like, you know, you gotta pay homage to the classics. I understand. I played the classics. Technically speaking, if we're talking about, like, elder being in that, like, you've been in the community longer, like, I am an elder, bro. I'm a day one. I'm literally a day oneer. Oh, I should apologize. I'm a day twoer because my brother decided to beat the campaign on the second day. But I'm a day twoer, bro. You know, I've been in here loyal to the soil, man. I'm loyal to Call of Duty World at War. I love that game. But I do gotta agree in that the other zombies games are just better by the pure fact that they innovated on top of the formula made by World at War. They're better games due to like their innovation and stuff, you feel me? I feel like that should make sense. And yes, even games like Black Ops 4. I know Black Ops 4 got rid of Juggernaut, it got rid of Double Tap, it got rid of Speed Cola, made Quick Revive not self-res you, and instead they changed the self-res system to be along the lines of like a you get like a self-revive token, essentially. What is essentially a token for a self-revive throughout the entire, like, different maps. I know, you know, I was upset with the changes too. I was there when Black Ops 4 didn't have Jug, and they also didn't change your health. The game was like impossible to play. They pretty much had to change your starting health at default to give you the ability to, what's it called? To give you the ability to, oh my god, what's the word I'm thinking of? to like actually live, to play the game. Otherwise, you were just gonna die. Because the zombie AI got too good. Compared to Black Ops 3 especially, the zombies AI was really good. I died. And you had basic default health, zombies would just beat you up and you would die. You know? I understand. You know what? No. We're not finished. Oh my goodness. We might be finished. We might genuinely be cooked. I'm being so real. I was gonna say, you know what? We keep on keeping on. But this run does not look like it has the makings of a varsity athlete, one might say. You feel me? Have mercy on my soul. Ah! You know what they say, bro. If this item is bad, I'm gonna just end it. You know what? Alright. Alright, I tried. I tried my best, y'all, but that was just genuinely such a trash run. Anyways, I want to thank you all for watching, I guess. Trust me, in my future COD Zombies videos, I'll get way more into how I feel about the games. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or a good night, depending on the time you're viewing this. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.